This is just going to be a quick question for IUIC, or Israel United in Christ. I don't even know what to say about this except to ask the question, man. This make me have a bad feeling in my stomach, man, to even see this. Even as I speak, my mouth has a bitter taste, man. Because there's gonna be folks who say, well, why you always picking on IUIC and you know but I'm just asking this question at this point, and I would sincerely appreciate it if I can get an answer from IUIC. And the question is, why is Bishop Nate wearing a crescent moon on top of his head? Because when you look into the historical significance of this symbolism, it points to pagan worship. It points to Baal. All right? So what the hell is going on here, man? Can someone please explain to me why Bishop Nate, who you see perched on a horse here, has this crescent moon hat on his head? 1 Thessalonians 5:22 says to avoid the appearance of evil. And this is some real evil stuff going on here, man. Maybe I'm, losing it. Maybe I am imagining it. I'm still having a hard time even believing it, even though I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Let's take a closer look. You see that? What the hell is that, man? Not even speaking about those two things on the right and the left, which look like, I don't know what they look like, but I guess you could say it looks like black pyramids on each side of his face. Is it? So here we have a picture of a Egyptian monument of Baal. And here's another. And here's a stone carving of Baal, which is depicted as a bull, right? Because of the shape of the horns, right? Cradling the sun, okay? Representing sun worship and moon worship, all right? Here we have a picture of Baal with the child because, our ancestors unfortunately sacrificed our children to Baal. And the Most High was sore displeased with us, man. So IUIC is the camp that prides itself in keeping the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. But here they are breaking the very first one. This is Exodus chapter 32. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron, and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. So this is when Moses went up into the mount to receive the commandments. And he was up there for a long time, and the people got impatient. And so they asked Aaron to make them some gods, like what they used to worship in Egypt. This is verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them to me. And all the people brake off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar for it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. And they rose up early on the morrow, and offered burnt offerings, and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink, and rose up to play. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation. And you can continue reading the account in Exodus chapter 32, but the Lord plagued the people for that apostasy of worshiping a golden calf, all right? And it can be argued that that's the main reason why the Israelites had to wander for 40 years in the wilderness. And every single Israelite, right, that came out of Egypt and was involved in that wickedness perished in the wilderness, man. Every single one of them. Not one of them saw the promised land. And here you have Bishop Nate donning a crescent moon hat. For what, man? For what? What is that? Please, someone from Iuic, explain to me the meaning of this. And with that, we're going to say Shalom.